Good afternoon. Hey, everybody. It's just been one of those mornings. When it rains, it pours, and I have the patience of Job. Everything is like a puzzle to me. But sometimes my husband does not have the patience of Job. And we have a broken refrigerator. And we can't find somebody to fix it. And it's just a simple little problem. It is, we can't get electricity to the water and the ice in the door. It doesn't bother me, but it bothers Robert, so I would like to get it fixed for him. Here's the issue. We've done all testing. We've researched it. We've gone on YouTube. We contacted, talked to a repairman. It's all wonderful, all wonderful. But then we had to take the door switch out, the little switch that turns the lights on and off. And it wouldn't come out. I tried, and Robert was determined to get it out of there, even if it tore the refrigerator up, and he got it out. Yep, he got it out. But the switch is broke now, and now you can't get in there to get the wires, so we may have to totally take the refrigerator apart. We tried to find people local to fix it, but one guy's on vacation, another one doesn't like to work on that electrical type stuff. They like to do refrigeration. Just one of those things. And it has me so torn up, I may have to run to the bathroom just any minute now, because I don't like to get in a tizzy about things. I like to take my time and just be calm. But I was having to do the texting with the Ask a Repairman while Robert had already tested everything, and we had to go through everything again. And anyway, it's just a mess. He said, well, he tried to unplug the refrigerator, throw the breakers for the refrigerator, and he's labeled all the panels labeled really well, but he can't figure out where the refrigerator is plugged in. I said, well, let's just pull the refrigerator out and unplug it from the wall. Well, how are you going to get the refrigerator? I said, it just pulls straight out, and I just pulled it straight out by myself. So it's taken two of us to mess with it. Two of us to mess with it. Anyway, I just need to calm down. Well, see, I don't want to replace the refrigerator. It's a $5 part. Why replace a $2,500 refrigerator for a $5 part? Now that really gets me going. Big time. I just don't want to live in a world that is a throwaway. It's such a waste. You ought to be able to fix something. I worked for 10 years in an appliance store, and I know how to tear apart air conditioners and vacuum cleaners, everything. We ought not have to go buy a new refrigerator for a $5 part. And sure enough, the part was just $15. But still better than buying a $2,500 refrigerator. And I like my refrigerator. Whew. Don't get me on my soapbox. Don't want to have to go buy a new refrigerator. Anyway, I got some questions. And if you have any questions, get them posted in there. Patty and Liz will pin them to the top. But I got some to start with. So let me read this question. Can you go over mail? How do you get control of it what to keep. I gathered it up in a bag and I removed it from my hotspot. Now what? Oh, God. Mail has to be processed as soon as you bring it in the house. You need a recycle pile. You need an office in a bag to, hold it a second, an office in a bag to put your bills in. 95% of what you put in that garbage bag is trash. So you have to go through it. We're scared to death that we are going to get our identity stolen. So gather up all this mail and get you 2 paper sacks. And one of them's to recycle catalogs and magazines. The other one is to take those things that you are afraid that you're going to get your identity stolen. And I put those in a bag and I burn that bag. That bag goes in my fire pit and it gets burned. And you can put some wood on it and have a great date night beside the fire, make some s'mores, sing some camp songs, and have a good time destroying this stuff in a paper fire. Okay. Next question. I'm new and I wonder if Fly Lady can be done by a mom working full time. Oh my goodness. Yes. Fly Lady works for everybody. Everybody. You just have to be willing to lace up your shoes and get started. We are best. I wished all of my members worked outside the home. They would be so thankful for what little time they have. So folks, let's put our shoes on and let's get started. My shirt's all crooked, it seems like. Yep, it is. Yep, look here. I was too hot to put on another shirt. I'm sorry. I was just too worked up. There's my brother-in-law, or it could be my sister. And say a prayer for my sister Dina. Her cat was playing with the remote control and scared itself and climbed her and scratched her eyeball. So say a little prayer for Sister Dina. I told her, I said, the cat scratched me this summer too, and it's taken all summer for it to heal. Cats just think you're a runway. Yes, Fly Lady can be done by anybody. That whether you work outside the home, you work at home, you have children, you homeschool, you're retired, you name it. Fly Lady works for everybody. What is your favorite Fly Lady tool and why? Well, there's not a single one of my tools that I don't love. Because if I didn't like it, it didn't get sold. That's just how it is. Because I'm not going to sell you something I wouldn't use myself. So I guess my favorite Fly Lady tool is a purple rag. The next one, a calendar. This is a great tool for keeping yourself organized. And then the third one is a feather duster. Because you never have to see dust again. But I'm not going to sell you something that I wouldn't use. Not at all. Yeah, the complete Fly Lady kit is $50 off right now. You get everything in our arsenal of cleaning tools, and it's $50 off. Okay, another question. I work 3 jobs. Wow. Is there a way to follow your system when you are gone Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.? and then pick up kids from school. I work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Though my hours are supposed to change to 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Any tips on how to clear the chaos and not lose my mind? Well, that's a pretty tough schedule. But what you got to deal with is you got to name your routines. Rename your routines. Instead of morning routine, I want you to call it a going to work routine. But if you have to get up and get the kids to school, you got to get up and get dressed to lace up shoes, and then you have certain things you have to do on Tuesdays and Thursdays when you go to work at 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. That's a tough schedule. I don't know what your job is, but it's tough. 3 jobs. So the main thing is you need a control journal page for each day. Each day. So that you can list your schedule on this control journal page. So if and one lady last week posted that she takes her schedule for tomorrow and puts it on her table, and she has a different one for each day. And still the basic morning routine, but some things she has to do a little differently because she works shifts, and she puts it on the table so that she knows what day it is, because I've been mixed up all week long as to what day it is. So she puts her control journal in a sheet protector, that page for that day, and then she leaves it on the table the night before, so it's part of her before bed routine. Let's see, what else is the rest of the question? I hope that helps some. Do you have any advice on how to start my day more productive than with Facebook desperately trying to wake up? This is funny. I was talking to Fly Lady Rebecca this morning. I got up at 8 o'clock. Robert had a dermatologist appointment this morning, and he was up. So if we get up at the same time, we get sleepy at the same time, and we go to bed at the same time, which is one of our rules. We like to go to bed at the same time, unless it's an emergency of some kind. And I sent her a message on Slack this morning thanking her for the work she did while I was traveling to our little girls' weekend. And she said she was a little upset with Facebook this morning. And I said, why do you look at it first thing? Don't look at it first thing. Don't look at it. Because if it's going to get you down and you don't have good inspirational stuff first thing in the morning, then my suggestion to her was read a chapter in the book of Proverbs every morning. She says she likes her quiet time. She sits out on her porch with her cup of coffee. Her daughter's gone to school, her husband's gone to work, and it's just her for about an hour just to relax. And I said, read a chapter in Proverbs. If it's today's the 6th, read chapter 6. And I listen to it on Bible Gateway. You can just have them read it to you. In any Bible that you want to read, the New International Version, the King James Version, all of them are there. You can pick it out and it will read it to you. And Proverbs is 31 chapters, so there's usually 30 to 31 days in each month except February. And there you have it. Start your day with something wonderful. And reading a chapter in the Bible is just great. Facebook can drag you down. Bad things. People say ugly things. People are mean to each other. We don't need that. We just don't need that. So I have started looking at Facebook after I get all my work done, and just to see whose birthday it is. And I purposely go and do birthdays. Okay. the reason you probably can't wake up in the morning is because you're not going to bed at a decent hour. So it's real easy to wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as my grandmother would say, if you've had your sleep. Now, what happens when a baby doesn't get its nap out? Tell me. They're irritable. Are you irritable? Or are you, looking at Facebook desperately trying to wake up? That is not going to wake you up unless it just makes you mad. And we can wake up in a whole lot better way. So get your 8 hours of sleep. Get your 8 hours of sleep. And then maybe get your cup of coffee going. But, get some floors done. Get excited about your kitchen sink being clean and shiny. Empty your dishwasher. Start rustling your stumps, as Robert would say. Let's get some things done around the house while the coffee's brewing, and make it a little race. It'll be fun. How to decorate. Next question. How to decorate once you've decluttered. I end up in analysis paralysis, and pictures never get hung because I can't commit to where they go. Well, folks, in my new book right here, The Chaos Cure, there's a whole chapter on hanging pictures. How did I know you needed that? Tell me how I knew that. Because I've been there. And let me tell you, the best invention in the world is command hooks and command picture hanger things. They're Velcro thingies you put on the back of your pictures if they're way less than 5 pounds. And it just hangs them on the wall. And you don't have to mess up a wall. You don't have to mess up a wall. So here's what I want you to do for decorating. I have a whole wall that's right on the other side of this camera. Let me see if I can show it to you. I'm going to flip it around. See? I got lots of pretty things on the wall. But I was in analysis paralysis too. But you know what I did? I picked one thing to hang. Just one thing. And I hung it on the wall. And I think I started with the clock. I put the clock on the wall. And then I just started putting things on the wall. I'd say, well, this will fit there, and I'll put it there, and then this will go here. Now, you can get all artsy and lay everything down on the floor and see how it looks. Well, I just started randomly putting things on the wall because I had these 3M hangers. And if they didn't work, I could pull them off and I didn't hurt my wall. Now, as far as decorating other ways, I want you to take your office in a bag, one that's not red probably, and I want you to put some sheet protectors in there and go on Pinterest and look for things that you like and print out a picture. Or take a picture in your phone and build a whole folder of pictures of things you would like. And then start looking over these things and figuring out what you really want. Sometimes for your bedroom, you just need to get a bedspread you like and the colors you want. We can't make a decision on colors. I can't make a decision on print, so I like a quilt that's got a lot of different things in it. But with 3M hooks, you can put things anywhere. If you want to do a generic, think about a hotel room. Has a pretty white comforter, but they got a little throw at the foot of the bed, and they've got different colored throw pillows. Think about being generic and then adding different accessories to it. Then you can change things up when you want to. Oh, here's a good one. How do you remember to check the oil in your car? And how do you set up a schedule for maintenances? Well, we have a home maintenance control journal that has some car stuff in it. It's in this book too. but we have a free home maintenance control journal. Now, here's how my husband used to change the oil, and remember to change the oil in his car when the seasons changed. Yep, when the seasons changed. Now, on my car, I have a little button on the dashboard that I can punch the button and it tells me how much oil life I have. And sometimes I change it just because I don't drive as much as I used to, but now I change it twice a year as I need to. I get about 60% of the oil usage, and then I'll just change it. But the thing about the home maintenance control journal is you can it's got a whole sheet of reminders that you can print out on Avery labels. It tells you what size label to use, and you can print them out and put them on your calendar, because we got plenty of room to put those things on the calendar. But I like to use on the months that the seasons change. It's like the seasons are going to change this month. September is the time to change your oil. June's the time to change your oil, every 3 months. Some cars don't need it as often, but guess what? You got it on there, you check and see. Let's see. And you can sit down with your calendar and set it all up. Now, my car tells me, it has a little notification that pops up on the dashboard when it's time for major maintenance. And I've usually got about 2,000 miles before it actually has to be done. But don't miss those maintenances. Okay, Joy's got a question. I am having surgery in just over a week and will be unable to do much more than get up and get dressed. Well, that's a big deal. Get up and get dressed. That's great. And I'm trying to get things written down. But do you have any tips with how best to let others know how to help you? Okay, that's what your control journal does. Go to our website. Go to the fly shop. Download the control journal. I mean, you got to buy it first, but you can fill it all out and you can have people help you, or you can do it yourself. Just write out on a note card that this is what needs to be done in the morning, this is what needs to be done in the afternoon, this is what needs to be done in the evening. If you have children, you need to list your children's schedule. If you have everything on your calendar is going to be the guide for them to help you. And it'll be a wonderful way. Having your control journal in your office in a bag and laid open on your kitchen counter, you can just say it's all right there. And that even your husband will know what to do. It's a great way to help you. I can't see the rest of it. Anyway, I'm going to unpin that. Okay. Which book of yours do you recommend to be read first? Well, it's according to what you're trying to do. If you want to get a handle on taking care of yourself, read Declutter. But if you want to get your home in order, start with Sink Reflections, the first one I wrote. And if you really need to jumpstart that, then do the 31 Baby Steps. Any one of those books will help you. 31 Baby Steps will probably ease you into what we're doing with our emails and everything. I think it's going to be good. Just jump in. Read something. Any advice on how to start a new habit? There is so much I want to change in my life, but I can't seem to be consistent with everything like workouts. Well, the best way to be consistent is to use your calendar, and let me see if I can find some of them. Get some gold stars or some happy faces. I had some up here, but I don't know where they are now. Gold stars are happy faces, and every day give yourself a gold star for doing it. So right now I'm trying to walk up and down my basement stairs 8 to 10 times a day. I'm not doing too well this week. In fact, Robert drew me a diagram on how to go down the stairs and how to come back up the stairs. I posted it by my chair, and he's just made some stairs, and he goes up the stairs and then turn around and oh God, he keeps me laughing. But I've done the stairs like 4 times already today. I'm gonna have to start doing doubles to catch up with my 8 to 10 times a day. But he's so funny. He said, I made something for you last night. And I'm thinking, what has he made for me? And he said, here. And he hands it to me across the table. And I just die laughing. Just die laughing. So next question is, when do we start cruising through the holidays? Well, that is usually the 3rd week in October. So let me grab the calendar and I can tell you right quick because we have to count back. Let me find Thanksgiving and I'll tell you right when it's going to be. So Thanksgiving is on the 22nd and we end on the 23rd. Cruising through the holidays ends on Black Friday. So that's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 4 weeks, 5 weeks. We will start October the 15th. October the 15th. Wherever that is. There we go. That's the day we're going to start cruising through the holidays. Yep. It's that time again. Now, we got rubber scrubbers on a BOGO. You get 2 for $7.95. We've got the multi-wands, which everybody's giving these multi-wands for Christmas. And I am going to clean off the top of my refrigerator and underneath my refrigerator. It's not too bad, but I'm going to do a video of it with the multi-wand. And they make great Christmas presents. I mean to tell you. This thing will make a wonderful Christmas present because it's like one of those, you have somebody you only want to give a $10 gift to. When you use our coupon code, which is Clutter912, this thing is less than $10. So it's $12, just like this, and this comes off. It just comes right off. And you can clean anything with it. Okay, how often should I swish the 3rd bathroom? We hardly use it. Well, you need to use it every day and swish and swipe while you're in there. Let me tell you what happens if you don't use a bathroom every day. When you don't use a bathroom every day, the water will evaporate and leave a ring around the toilet bowl, and it makes it hard. If you have hard water, it's difficult to get off of there. But having everything you need in each bathroom, and every time you drink a glass of water, you got to go pee. And then when you go pee, you go to a different bathroom. So you could, the first time you need to go pee, go to that 3rd bathroom and get it done for the day. Get it done for the day. But when you don't use it, it could evaporate and you could start getting bad smells from the sewer system. Because the water has to be in the toilet a certain way to keep those smells from coming into the room because the water blocks the smells. So I think you should swish and swipe that bathroom every day. Even if it doesn't need it, because you never want to see dirt again. Got it? Okay, what is cruising through the holidays? We have been doing this forever. Probably since Fly Lady started, we've been doing cruising through the holidays. We pretend like we're going on a Caribbean cruise in the middle of winter. And we're going to leave on December the 1st. This is all in our head. We're going on this Caribbean cruise, and we're not going to be home till the 21st of December. So in order to be ready for our holiday celebrations, we've got to get everything done before we leave on the cruise. This is great incentive because really all we want to do in December is bake cookies, play with the kids, go to Christmas pageants, do some caroling, have some fun things to do. But if you're too busy wrapping presents and buying presents and doing all this stuff, then you're not going to have time to do the things that make Christmas special for you and the family. So this is why we do Cruising Through the Holidays. It's going to start the middle of October, and it's going to go through the Friday after Thanksgiving. That's for our 30 holiday missions. And we have a basic weekly plan to our holiday missions. Monday is clean and fling. So we clean up stuff, we do some detail cleaning, we throw away some stuff to try to make room for the things that are going to be coming in during Christmas. Then Tuesday is plan and play. Let's think about how we're going to decorate our house. Let's think about what we need to bring into the house. If we're going to bake a bunch of cookies, which I did last year and had so much fun developing this recipe, which is in this book. I had so much fun developing the recipe that makes a bunch of different types of cookies. It was just fun for me to deal with that. And then Wednesday is always anti-procrastination day. I know, you're just like me. We don't send our Christmas cards out until Valentine's Day. So we're not going to do that this year. We're going to commit to getting those things done. And we can start in October addressing those Christmas cards. I know somebody's already got her cards already addressed. Yes, Laura, I know who you are. You've got them already addressed, probably stamped and ready to go. We can pick up stamps right now. I mean, I like holiday stamps. Last year I used a manger scene that was a beautiful holiday stamp. And you can get them all done. You can start working on your mailing list. I like to hand write my addresses, but I have all my addresses. They're not just in my phone. I have a backup list in my control journal, and I can go through and pick and choose. I also have all the Christmas cards that I got last year in a hat box right over there. And in that hat box, I can go through them and see their updated. I can go through and update their addresses, which I did that last year as they were coming in. When I noticed they had a different address, I updated my addresses. So let's take some time when we start doing the plan and play and anti-procrastination day. Thursday is our errand day. Let's either order something online that needs to come to you, or run around and pick up a few things. You need clothes, dry cleaned, Christmas dresses, all kinds of things. If you want to do a Christmas picture, you need to get those dresses ordered and those outfits ordered. I know Liz did this last year. She dressed everybody in a red plaid, and it was the cutest thing you have ever seen. And I was able to take her pictures and put together a beautiful gift of a collage for Michelle. And it was just fun. She and I worked real hard on that gift. So when you start thinking ahead of what you want to do, and we have on our website in the control journal section, and Liz can put a link up, download for free the holiday control journal, and you can get started right now. And Friday is always set a budget and go over this budget so you're not having to pay for everything come January. And this is going to make your life so much easier when you stay within your budget. And in the month of November, we eat out of our freezers and our refrigerators and pantries. So we don't have to spend a whole lot at the grocery store. We still have to get milk and bread and those things and some fresh veggies. But let's eat out of our freezers and let's clean our freezers out before the end of the year. And then you can double up on some things. Like when you make a meatloaf in November, make 2 meatloafs so you can have one in December. And you won't be having to do as much cooking in December. So it's all about thinking a little ahead of time. We got a question here. How do you cook your beef in the crock pot? In bulk again. You can do it with frozen beef instead. Well, you probably need to let the beef thaw up because it's not going to thaw up too well cooked in a crock pot. You don't put frozen meat in your crock pot. But you could put it in the refrigerator and thaw it up for a couple of days. And then you put it in your crock pot and you put about a cup of water in it and stir it up. And then set your timer and every 15 minutes get up and stir it. And then after about 4 hours it's cooked and you can drain the grease and the water off. Just don't pour it down the sink. Don't do that. Now I like to chop up some onions in mine. So I've got the onions chopped up and the hamburger cooking all at once. And you pre-season the hamburger meat. It just makes it fun. And then you can bag it up in 2 cups into a Ziploc bag, a quart bag, and seal it up. So you know you've got 2 cups of ground beef and it falls apart. I don't like lumps. I like fine meat. So that makes it good when you buy bulk. We need to pray for everybody in Fiji. They've had a bad earthquake. Really bad earthquake in Fiji. Like 8.2. I can't get to the bottom. There we go. Yes, the sweeper is an amazing tool. And I know a bunch of people are going to be getting these for Christmas too. So get them ordered because they go fast. By Christmas we'll be out of them. What do you do with hot grease? Oh. Well, I used to pour it in a coffee can. You just don't pour it down the sink. You just don't pour it down the sink. You can put it in a bowl and let it cool off. And then you can put it in a Ziploc bag and throw it away. You just can't throw it down the sink. You just got to be careful. And if it's beef tallow without any onions in it, you can pour it outside and some critter will eat it. But we have bears, so I don't like to throw stuff like that outside. So everybody, I think we pretty much covered the next few weeks all over the place. Next week, we're going to be in our bathroom. And I don't know what other room we're doing. I haven't looked at those yet. What's the best way to declutter before moving? Don't move anything that is trash. If it's trash, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Don't move it if it's trash. If you don't love it, think about having to rent 2 U-Hauls to get your stuff to your new place. This is crazy. Don't do it. Think about having to spend $1 for every pound you move. Don't do it. Get rid of the stuff you don't love. Think about the new house. Get the floor plan in your head. Think about where everything's going to go. We got a great testimonial yesterday from some lady who decluttered furniture. She had too much furniture in her house and she was feeling closed in. She got rid of big pieces of furniture. When you can get rid of some big pieces of furniture, your house is going to grow on you. You're going to feel freer because you're not going to be surrounded by all of this stuff. So folks, let's get rid of this clutter so we can live in our houses, so that it doesn't take us much time to go through our routines. Because clutter makes our morning routine crazy. And it makes our before bed routine hard. Let's get rid of our clutter. Let's enjoy the process of living in our homes without that much stuff. So, folks, I know I've only been going 40 minutes, but we can start Christmas shopping today. We can start it today. Rubber Scrubber BOGO and Rubber Scrubber BOGO. Those tools are amazing tools. I think we're about out of silver rags. They haven't told me they've turned them off, but we're getting close on those. Carpet sweepers, the mops, purple rags. We have a lot of tools to help you get motivated to clean. And if you're going to be having surgery, don't do more than what the doctor says you can do. Do you hear me? You got to listen to your doctor. We've even seen toilet bowl brushes given as stocking stuffers. It's a great stocking stuffer. They don't know what to do with it. Oh, thanks everybody. Your orders keep Fly Lady free for everyone. They really do. You help us to help others. Keep baby Ezra in your prayers. He went into the NIC 3 unit last night, which China is 12 hours different from us. He went into the NIC 3 unit. He's having trouble with his little lungs. So keep baby Ezra and his mother Esther in your prayers. And there's a GoFundMe account, and we just got to get that baby better. And I know we can do it with your prayers. I know it can happen. I know it. So everybody, thanks for making me feel better. We're going to get this refrigerator fixed. It's going to happen. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Got my little magic wand out. Thanks for all the hearts.